Hey guys, welcome back. We have been working on different digital sensors, and today I'm going to start working on a new digital sensor that's TSL2571. Now to explain more about this sensor, let's have a look over the website that is controleverything.com, and here search out for the sensor that is TSL2571, and let's see what we got. So we got that TSL2571 is a light to digital converter programmable analog gain. It's a light sensor in short, and as you can see, these are some of its features which you can have a look over. Now you can also have the purchasing power from here. You can add to cart here. For today's video tutorial, I am going to interface the sensor TSL2571 light sensor with a particle photon, and I will be requiring a particle code for that. And so here comes the particle code sample. Now you can download the particle code sample as zip file from here. Also, you can have the code from github.com, and the repository there is Control Everything Community. Now, let's have a look over the hardware we need so that we can put some connections over that and make an interesting video regarding the interfacing. First of all, this here is our light sensor TSL2571. Now, this here is a particle photon, and to make a connection among the sensor and the particle photon, we need this, an I2C shield. This can be purchased from the website controleverything.com, and it's very useful in making connections with other I2C devices and a lot easier. So gently place the particle photon over the I2C shield and make a connection. The next connection we need is to make among the sensor and the I2C shield, and we need a connecting cable just like this. Now make this connection, and while making this connection, make sure that the brown wire of the cable should be connected to the ground terminal of the sensor, and similarly we have to follow this rule for the I2C shield also. Now we need to power up our particle photon, and we need a micro USB cable just like this. Now gently insert it up the power jack and power it up. Now we are done with the connections part for the hardware we require. Now we require a particle code so that we can have interfacing and the working environment. Now for the interfacing purpose, first of all we need a particle code, and to get that particle code, the first step is to github.com, and it goes for the searching of the repository that is Control Everything Community. Now go for it, and here search for the sensor TSL2571, and here we go. It's a light sensor, and this is the particle code we are talking about. But before that, let's have a look over the instructions we need to follow to pursue this code. It says that we have to log into particle photon and set up the device, and the instructions are provided on this very link. Let's open up this link so that we can familiarize with all the setup instructions, and we have all that. Please note it down. Next, we have to download or git pull the code and online ID there, and we have to copy their code, and build.particle.io is the link. That online ID is this. Now here we have to copy this entire code, paste it and save it. Finally, we have to verify and flash the code on the particle photon, and the code output will be displayed in the form of logs at dashboard. This is the dashboard link, and we can have the results here like this. Yeah, that's correct. Now let's move back to the particle code so that we can explain it better. It's a .in extension file as you see, and the first thing you notice in the code is that we have included application.h and spark winding I2C.h header files. We have defined the address of the sensor, that is 0x39, and we have initialized a variable here. Now in the void loop function we have set two variables which you can notice, and we have initialized I2C communication as master along with initialization of serial communication and baud rate equal to 9600. Now comes the writing section part. Here we have selected the enable register. Now it's 0x00 or with 0x80. Let me tell you, 0x80 is the command register which we will be all conditioned with every register we are sending the command. Please note it down. Now we are sending the command to set power on ALS enabled wire dot write command is 0x01. So this is the first start condition. As you can see, we are writing. Next part is to select enable register. The command is 0x00 or with command register 0x80, and we are set power on ALS enabled. As you can see, 0x0b is that. And next we have to select ALS prime register having address 0x01 or with command register 0x80, and we are sending the time for A time 2.72 ms, max count 1023, and the command is 0xFF. Then we have to select wait time register having address 0x03 and or with command register 0x80, and we are sending a command of W time, that is 2.72 seconds milliseconds, and y.write 0xFF is command for that. Finally, the last writing command is to select control register having address 0x0f or with command register 0x80. Now we have selected a gain of 1x and it's 0x20. So these are the commands we are sending, and let's have a look over the response that the sensor sends us, and we are having the response back on the data register, that is 0x14 or with command register 0x80. We are requesting 4 bytes of data, as you can see, for channel 0 and channel 1. It's the light data, and then we have the conversion of the data. As you see, we have used a lot of formulas and conditions which are specifically mean and determined in the datasheet for TSL2571. Finally, we have to display the output and onto the dashboard in the form of logs, which is the ambient light luminance, and the unit is lux, as you can see. Now this is a very simple and generalized code we need to follow up. Now what we want to do is to show up the working. Let's show it now. Now for the particle working, let's have a look over that. So first of all, copy this entire particle code and then open up the build terminal here, build link which we have discussed earlier. Here we have to create a new file, paste the entire code. And here we go, as you can see on my screen. Now here create a new file, TSL2571, and here paste the entire code and save the code, and now verify and compile the code. Now it's code verified. Now flash it. While flashing the code, we have to check for the magenta flash, which will confirm that the code is good to go and we can have a display on the dashboard. So we have just now the magenta flash, and the successful notification of that is at the bottom of the code, just here like this. Now what do we require is to open up the dashboard so that we can have our output on the logs, and we can have that. As you can see, it's opening up and we have the ambient light luminance and it's the lux quantity. Now it's almost constant, but when I place some object over it and cover the light source, as you can see, it's decreasing. Yeah, it's constantly decreasing further. Now when I remove it, it goes back to the normal position. Instead, when I bring some light source near it, you can see the intensity of ambient light luminance increasing. Yeah, it's, as you can see, trustingly increasing as I close by the sensor. So this is how the sensor works with the particle code along with the particle photon. Now what do we require is to have a look over the applications, the benefits. The TSL2571 family of devices provide ambient light sensing ALS that approximates human eye response to light intensity under a variety of lighting conditions and throughout a variety of attenuation materials. While useful for general purpose lighting sensing, the device is particularly useful for display management and with the purpose of extending battery life and providing optimum viewing in diverse lighting conditions. Now these features make it very useful for applications like display management, backlight control, cell phones, PDA, GPS, notebooks and monitors, LCD, LED TVs, and a lot more. Now you can have the opportunity to purchase the sensor from the website, that's controleverything.com, and you can have the code from resource tab. Now also after that you can download the code from there. Well, you can also have the code from GitHub repository, that's Control Everything Community. Now in the end, I would just like to make it clear that in case you guys are in kind of feeling that you are left without fully understanding, you can have your queries on controleverything.com, and also you can post your comments on the community page of this website. For articles and blogs which are relevant to this video, you can contact us on instructables.com, and to subscribe more video tutorials which are relevant to these videos and tutorials, you can go to YouTube channel. In the end, I hope you enjoyed this video. You have a good time. Thanks for watching.